blockchain reactor spin fire. The NFT and LLSR. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow.
All right, it's man, it's my favorite day of the year. I didn't know World UFO Day was a thing. I didn't know it was a day. I like every day is a day now, right? Man, I should have assumed it was a thing. But World UFO Day is today. My God, I love conspiracy theory shit. I love UFOs. I love it all. So I'm gonna eat up today. Again, didn't know it was today, so I'm going to go look for all kinds of crazy UFO footage for the afternoon show. Henry and I do, again, like, obsessed with UFO stuff. So I bet a lot of the afternoon show is going to be talking UFOs. If you're into that, make sure to tune in. Yeah, we'll do NFTs. Yes, we'll do crypto. Oh, dude, I'm not on this. My bad. I'm way too excited about UFO Day. My bad. Good morning, guys. Okay, I live up around Chicago now. Lived in New England for a while. Lived in Vermont. And Henry helped me move up to Vermont, right? We took a trip from Florida, where we lived at the time, up to Vermont, drove a U-Haul, and we listened to Art Bell throughout the night. Like, drove straight through. So, like, gets dark out. Don't remember what time Art Bell comes on. I want to say like 10 or 11, whatever. But it goes for hours, right? So for hours, we're driving through the mountains, pitch black, no lights out in the road, and it's so late and we'd been driving for so long, we're literally like hallucinating overnight. We're like it was the scariest, freakiest ride I've ever been on, dude. Like, two grown-ass men, me and my brother Henry, but like I was fucking on edge, like high alert, stressed, like spidey senses, whatever that kind of, whatever that sense is. I know you know what I'm talking about, where you get like spooked or freaked out and you just feel like that little eerie vibe, that eerie feeling. Had that the whole night through, like driving through these mountains. I'm trying to remember what mountains, by the way. I think the Blue Ridge Mountains. Anyway, it's crazy. But like one of the most memorable things we did, just driving that U-Haul truck on that mountain, no rails on the side of the road. I just couldn't stop thinking about Bigfoot and aliens and like crazy ass monsters. I love that stuff. I love it. I eat it up. Anyway, let's check some shit out, man. Let's check out the crypto markets. Let's check NFTs. Definitely want to talk Pudgy Penguins today. I'm as bullish on them as ever. Maybe more bullish. You know, Luca Net's making the, maybe I'll keep this running the whole time. Luca Nets is making the rounds, right? Showing up on shows, doing interviews. Probably should get him on here. That'd be cool. But talking about the abstract blockchain, which is going to be a really, really big deal. Really big deal. And people like what they're hearing. Pudgy Penguin prices up. Little spoiler, let's peek. Yeah, man, oh man. And I'm going to refresh this too, but floor price is up 20%. Over 12 ETH. Huge separation between them and the Bored Apes. At this point, it is the biggest gap between these two collections they've ever seen. Ever. I don't think they've even got like 1 ETH out of whack between them. I feel like they've gotten up maybe half an ETH at the most in the past. Could be wrong. Maybe they did get above that. They definitely haven't gotten 2 ETH past them. They haven't had a 2 ETH separation before. They absolutely have not. So this is unprecedented in the PFP sector, right? Comparing basically 10K collection. We've never seen this. We've never seen a collection flip Bored Apes. This one feels permanent too, man. I don't think, you know, where previously the flippening or the flappening we call it here, right? Short-lived, really short-lived. Pudgy Penguins would flip. Bored Apes would leapfrog them again. They would kind of go back and forth. And they would usually settle with Bored Apes at the top. Not this time. This is different. This one's really, really different. Because Pudgies, unlike Bored Apes, have a product. I mean, as shocking as it sounds in 3 years now with the Bored Apes, I will always preface this and say I love the Bored Apes. I love that team. I love Yuga Labs. I really do. I did not originally. I didn't. I'm one of those people who fudded those guys. But especially in the bear market, especially this year, they've really won me over. It's the drive. It's the fact that they haven't given up. They haven't rugged. I don't know if they could rug at this point. But there's no quit in them. In fact, I just sense a renewed commitment to building and altering that path they were on. And that path was certainly to zero. And they're not there now. Now, things don't look great for the Bored Apes, but they're not on a path to zero at least. Now, it'll take them delivering something for them to catch back up with the Pudgy Penguins. I think this one's legit. I think this is the real one. And I think officially the Pudgy Penguins are your top NFT collection here in the space. I believe it. Also, before we get started, a reminder, we have the whitelist open for the Pop collection over on Bitcoin. Let me drop you guys a link. You got a final day here to get in your wallet addresses and Discord IDs. And I'm not streaming on CryptoSlam today. Little experiment. Expecting way less views, and that's okay. But at some point, want to transition this fully to SlamX. So I figure on a down week like this, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Better chance for the whitelist for you then. Okay, let me grab that. Anyways, how you guys doing? What are you seeing out there? Anything cool? Anything fun? All right, here we go. If you already got your wallet address and your Discord name in, you don't have to enter again. You got it. The tweet from yesterday is going to get precedent, right? That one takes precedent. But if you didn't get your wallet address in and your Discord ID, drop it in this tweet. Throw a little love on that tweet. Like it, retweet it. Dude, this is one of the more wild ones. This video right here, I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know what the hell that is. Like, it looks like balloons, but I think it's moving. I think they say it's moving too fast. Oh, no. Not this one. I've seen this one. This one's cool. But the one that looks like that, the probe droid from the Empire from Star Wars, right? See, it looks like a little octopus floating through this base. That's the coolest one I've seen, I think. Dude, I could watch this the entire freaking show. You guys believers? Yeah. Some weird stuff going on, I'll say that. Oh, dude, I should turn this off. I'm going to get hooked. Wow, never seen that one. Holy shit. Okay. All right, enough. All right, let's peek at President Red to start. If you guys did not see, Sexy Red dropped her own shitcoin. It was a matter of time. We knew this was coming. Celeb meme coin meta is over. Absolutely over. It is cooked. Right? Nobody cares. Celebs don't move the needle anymore. The same way when you see a big business or a big brand get into Web3, it used to be everybody tweeted, wag me, right? Like crazy fucking electric vibes in the space. We don't get that anymore when brands come in. It's expected. It's like, okay, so what are you going to do? What are you building? What are you going to do for us? And celeb meme coins are there now. And it didn't take long for that to flip. It didn't take long at all for that to flip. So that meta's cooked. This token fast-tracked to zero. Almost over. And... okay. Okay, I think I lost my tweet for this, but... give me a sec, I want to find it. It's pretty funny. Okay. More celebs. Okay, with the meta being cooked, that doesn't mean celebs are not coming in. Celebs are still coming. Here we go. From Beanie. Beanie fan club meeting in session here, okay? But here we go. Jason Derulo. Anyway, he is helping other celebs. He launched his shitcoin, right? This was just a few weeks back, but he's now helping other celebs get in this space, right? Nobody needs to heal. Nobody needs anybody because of Pump.Fun. Pump.Fun is so... Dude, it is so easy. Right? You launch your own meme coin. It takes a minute. Like, just a minute. These celebs have no idea, so they were doing this with Sahil. Okay, now that this Jason dude... Now that he knows how to do it, he's just helping the celebs. Like forget Sahil. So the shit coins are still coming. Just don't expect any to do well. If you can somehow magically get in here, you'll do okay. If you can get in maybe right during the first dump and time it there, dude, I actually this is probably not good or safe to be talking about. I would not fuck with these, especially like these B tier celebs. I wouldn't touch a sexy red token. Fuck no. Hey, good morning, man. Yep. Hope you're doing well. Gravity GM, sir. Gravity, I don't remember, man. I don't remember if we ever talked UFOs. Did we ever talk UFOs? I feel like we might have, but you're one dude I'd love to hear your take on UFOs from. It is World UFO Day, so especially the afternoon show, going into UFOs there. Anyway, don't touch these celeb meme coins. Not this one, unless you're a maniac, and you probably are. Yeah, you probably are. All right, crypto looking okay this morning. Not as great as when we first started the day. Start of the day, we were actually in the green. At this point, down 0.3% in the past 24 hours. Talking about Bitcoin, by the way, at 62.5, ETH 3,400. Solana briefly actually crossed 150, so great to see that. Feels okay out here, right? It does. It does. Like, it feels like things are a little uncertain in the market, but actually feels okay, especially heading into the second half of the year. Expected this mid-year slowdown. Absolutely expected it. Would have been shocking if we didn't get it. Look, we got the mid-year slowdown in 2021. We got the mid-year slowdown in 2022. We got it last year. That is our pattern. That is our cycle. Even if you can't use historical trends, you really can't. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to remember the name of her token. It was like Mua, something. I mean, I'm assuming pretty dead too, right? I'm assuming. Maybe I'll peek. I'm curious. I'm a curious guy. Let's check. Amber Rose. And I do have a bookmark somewhere. Oh, she's a Trump gal too. Yeah, Muva. That's it. Yeah, let's peek. Let's peek while we're on it. I'm assuming it's basically a dead token too. Just man, there's still something to be said about how many followers these people have. I mean, they got followers. Who knows how active those followers are, but these people in the millions and millions. I would have hoped it. What's up here? I would have hoped this would have brought more people in the space for us to dump on. Here, let's just try that. Okay. All right. Dude, I'm just scrolling through X account. The whole celeb, man, oh man, lifestyle culture, fucking weird. It's so weird. They're a whole different breed. They're different people. They're different people, man. Yeah, I don't know if my connection's garbage right now or if Dex Tools is struggling. I don't know, man. Oh, hey, let's check that out. Yeah, dude, I don't. Okay, today especially, if you bring UFO footage, that takes precedent over everything. Everything. Brazil UFO crash. It might be my internet, damn. I think it's getting stormy outside too. Brazil UFO crash 1996. Is this the okay, I'm thinking of one that maybe it's not this one. But there was one with all these kids, these like school kids who like saw something. Like they saw a ship, look at that. Holy shit. Oh, hang on. You're going to see a very similar looking pattern here, I think. Dude, connection's garbage. So is the Brazil crash the one with all the kids who saw it? And like they're all adults now, and there's a documentary on them still, like all sticking to their story, and all the kids saw the same thing. That is one of the craziest stories, like period. Oh, okay, 3 girls. Okay, no, I don't think I've seen this one. I see Rogan has talked about it. By the way, watch the full 4-hour Joe Rogan, Eric Weinstein, and Terrence Howard yesterday and this morning. It's stupid. Learned nothing. I don't think Terrence Howard learned anything. I think Eric Weinstein. Actually, I don't want to spoil it for you with Eric, but entertaining, kinda, like mostly entertaining. But all right, very similar looking. Yeah, that's the destiny of President Red, and you see it's well on its way right now. Are we here? We're not even here. I mean, I wonder if we're on the down only trend. I don't know if this has got any up to go, unless they're going to have like another like an artificial pump in this token, right? I wouldn't chance this thing. Like, right, you never know, and I mean it. You literally never know if that's probably right here or here. I don't know. You don't know if this is coming, like a new all-time high. I would not count on it. What I do know is once it gets that all-time high, it's never going to see another again, right? There's probably going to be one more move it has to go try to attract people. Wouldn't be shocked to see it up here and then the end. But this token's got really not much life to it. Nothing. Wouldn't touch it. Okay, the mother of the oh, interesting. Ooh, an odor. Damn. Dude, I love it. Oh, man, I love it. I hope I get some time to do some good research for the afternoon show. Like, again, Henry and I eat this up. I hope we can spend the whole episode on UFO stuff. The hard cutoff today, like right at the hour. Newsletter day. Tuesdays, newsletter day. I got a lot of writing. But if I can get enough time to prep and bring like nothing but UFO shit. Look, NFT crypto's slow enough now that if we don't got any breaking stories today, well, then I'm going to have it most of it covered here, so we can all riff on UFOs. All right, I think I'm caffeinated. I think I'm ready to get in. We saw the crypto market. ETFs, really, really good news here, guys. Past 5 days, ETF inflows, Bitcoin ETFs, by the way, of course. Past 5 days, all in the positive. Inflows, outpacing outflows, looking really good, especially yesterday. About 130 million bucks. Did I read that right? Hang on. Did I read this right? Hang on. If not, did Bitcoin just dump? Maybe not. So I said 130 mil. This, and why I stopped, that's clearly not 130 mil. But were they talking last week? There was a tweet I saw from Bitcoin Magazine, and that said 130 mil. I'm trying to think where that number comes from. Either way, point here. 5 days in a row of inflows, finally. Yeah, weird. Okay, hang on. What are we missing here? That's not 130 mil. Bitcoin Magazine is saying 130 million in inflows. What are we missing? Because we're clearly missing something. 129 Bitcoin is 8 million bucks. Where's the other 120 million? Yeah, something is not adding up here. ETF saw 130 million in inflows yesterday. All right, hey, I have to do some digging, but that's fine. It actually ties into, really a bigger story in that I don't know if we have great clarity or great insight into the ETFs. I don't think we do at all. So I'd love to know where Bitcoin Magazine got that data from. I would love to see that. And it's probably readily available. But check this out. Tyler Durden from Soap Capital. Love that. Saying that BlackRock can take as much Bitcoin as they want from Coinbase, and we're never going to see it because a lot of these transactions are completely off-chain. And this is something I've really learned a lot about the past year, 2 years. I guess in 3 years at CryptoSlam. So 3 years at CryptoSlam, I've learned a lot about that because here on the non-fungible token side, right, we capture on-chain sales. So I've learned a lot about the difference, which is pretty clear, right? But NFT project mints, and boom, during the mint, I see it show up on the collection rankings, and I'm like, well, why? We don't show that for everybody. And the difference is on-chain versus off-chain. We don't show off-chain because it's not visible to the public. You need to have access to somebody else's systems, their back end. Hopefully they got an API you can tap into. Otherwise, that is incredibly centralized. You're not going to see it. All kinds of fuckery goes on there. And it sounds like that's exactly what's going to happen here, and it already is happening with the ETFs. Right? If this is all done off-chain and there's borrowing going on spreadsheets, this is not on-chain transactions. Look at this. The transfer of Bitcoin. Can you guys read that? Let me make that bigger. All right, 1 second. Here we go. Not perfect, but a little better. Okay. The transfer of Bitcoin from the trust's trading balance to the Bitcoin trading counterparty's account at the prime execution agent or to the prime execution agent is an off-chain transaction that's recorded in the books and records of the prime execution agent, okay? The trust trading balance, this is fucking annoying to read, may not be funded with Bitcoin or trade date for the sale of Bitcoin in connection with the redemption order when Bitcoin remains in the trust vault balance with the Bitcoin custodian at the point of intent. This is fucking awful to read. Let's get to the point here. Okay. TLDR. Honestly, it's what we said at the start. TLDR, this is not on chain. There's a lot of borrowing, like paper trades. And we're not going to see them, and I think this leads to all kind of fuckery. The whole point of the blockchain is we don't have to trust it. What's on chain is on chain. We know balances are true. Balances are accurate. This breaks it all. It really does. It really does. This sucks. To be expected. Think about it like this. You could buy a big old bag of Bitcoin. Let's throw out a random number. $100 million worth of Bitcoin. Whatever that is. Well, let's find out. What is $100 million bucks? That's about 1,600 Bitcoin, okay? You have 1,600 Bitcoin and you want to let your friends trade away. Man, you can just write on a spreadsheet IOUs. You literally could do IOUs and track the prices that your buddies are trading with each other, and you don't have to settle any of it. You don't have to actually transfer any out of your wallet till, somebody says they officially want to cash out. That's all that's happening. Right? That's how off-chain transactions work. That's actually how off-chain fungible token trading happens on exchanges. Right? It's why runes and BRC20s actually can work on exchanges if they're traded off-chain on those major centralized exchanges. Those trades aren't on-chain, right? They buy their own supply. They allow people to trade in their ecosystem, but they don't actually have to make the trade, the on-chain trade, until they need to deal with their supply. There's a lot of fuckery going on out there, and unfortunately, guys, that's now in this world. It's always been here, to be honest. It always has been. But maybe in a more meaningful way. This is going to get really, really hard for us to track, knowing that this is potentially true. And I say potentially because I don't know. I don't know where he got this from. But he breaks this down even further, right? This means they can't borrow Bitcoin from Coinbase to short, and they're not required to show any proof they hold 1-1. This is our problem with, like, GameStop. It's the exact same thing, right? A 2 to 30 day settlement. All settlements are done in cash. You are fucking insane, Marco. Do you believe that? Oh, I can't wait to get to that chat. And actually, probably in about 5 minutes here, we need to get to that. I gotta get better about covering the lead story. I get caught up in what I think is fun. But it's but yeah, there's important stuff to talk about. So yeah, okay. ETFs. You know, is it a problem? I don't even know. To be honest, it is what it is. It's just another wrinkle here. Marco, I don't know if you believe that. I don't think you believe it. I don't think so. If you do, I'm curious. Okay, now to set the stage for Pudgy's quick market check. Market looks okay. We're hanging around flat. You see we keep bouncing between like up 0.0 something percent, down 0.0 something percent. I mean, basically flat here. Really cool to see in the past 7 days actually up. This is the index, by the way, the Crypto Slam 500. This is measuring the value of the market. So like to see that. Would love to see us up in the past 30 days. Would love to see a stretch of up in 60 days. That is pretty damn rare. We don't see that often. You will see this, the 60-day period in the green, usually at the start of the year, right? And I'll show you an example. Like, doesn't matter a ton, but I'll show you. Beginning of the year when we start cooking. Oh, you know what? We got to go max. Yeah, usually January, February, March, in that time frame, that's where you're going to see the 60 days up in the green because, right, the fall... The fall's usually so brutal. It is all the time. You know, almost every year. Fall's so brutal. Oh, okay, cool, Marco. Dude, now I've known you enough to know, like, you're you got the high, NFT crypto IQ. I did not think you believed that. But there you see it, guys. Actually, if you went back to December, you would have seen us probably in the green for a 60-day stretch. And again, all through January, February. Right? And it's not till you get from December till like February. This is where you'd start seeing us down on the red for a 60-day period, right? This is so when we see that today, totally normal. Nothing to be worried about. Period. Nothing. But I do like to see 7-day stretches here in the green. Okay, sales yesterday. 15.6 mil. I feel like that was adjusted up from this morning just slightly. Just slightly. Sellers up tiny bit. Buyers down. I like to see both of those actually opposite. I'll take sellers down, buyers up. Or buyers down at a decreased rate than sellers, but no, opposite for those two today. Transactions up slightly. And trade profits. Actually, hopeful seeing this yesterday. Profits actually up. Still negative, but actually up considering how it's been, right? Pretty decent compared to the rest. In fact, was that our best day? Almost our best day. It was our best day since June 13th. We'll take that. And today's still in the positive, so good sign. Does it hold? Don't know. Does it matter? Probably not much. And there's your top collections. Pudgy Penguins right there at the top. Up almost 500%. Talking volume, not floor prices, not sales prices, right? But volume. Yeah, big stuff happening in that collection. Right, Luca's making the rounds, talking about everything going on over in that ecosystem. Really resonating with people. People really getting his message. Very bold vision. Very fucking bold vision, man. Yeah, I still have to make it through his interview with... Well, I want to get through the Kevin interview. That dropped on Friday. I want to get through that interview, and I want to get through... I think I mostly heard it, but the his interview with Tyler and Farouk yesterday, definitely want to get all the way through that. I heard a lot of it, but I didn't hear the whole thing yet. But on Kevin's podcast, what is it? The Shift Happens podcast? This guy's great, by the way. When Shift Happens. Yeah, follow this dude, by the way. He's awesome. No, sir. It does not. You know what? It sounds perfect. It's like dog, right? It's like the dog rune. It has to. If it doesn't sound cringe, it ain't going to work. Okay, it's not tailored to degens. It's not tailored to like cool, edgy shit. Tailored to normies. Tailored to people with money. It's tailored to businessmen. Like, it's tailored to that. And if you think about it like that, it's perfect. It's cringe as fuck to us. But if you're thinking who that's actually targeting, sounds nice. Sounds real nice. Anyway, Kevin here, dude, a must follow. Guy's epic Incredible interviews. Yeah, love this dude. His show, awesome shit. Luca, dude, he had Raul Powell on last week. 2 weeks ago, he had Luca on Friday. Just cream of the crop here. Good shit. But again, Luca on there talking abstract chain, talking Pudgy Penguin's future. And while there was a lot of good stuff in there, I'm hearing the sound clips, right? This is probably the most shocking to a lot of people. I'm telling you, not to me. Not to me. I've said for a while we're going to see all-time highs in the top NFT collections. And some brand new ones like, right, I don't think most NFTs are coming back. We have learned that from cycles. Your bags aren't coming back. I hate to tell you. They're not. For the most part, they're not. Some are. But we're going to get cream of the crop that comes back and bigger, better than ever. I do believe that. And all new shit that people speculate on. And you'll get a couple big winners that come out of that, like forever brands. But for the most part, your old NFTs are toast. They'll bounce back, but for the most part, they're toast. Tickle, you got any more Eons or Aeon spots? Tickle's got some. We'll see if he'll hook them up. I dropped the ball there, man. They had reached out. I dropped the fucking ball. I don't have to get into that now. I did not feel, this is not my place to make the call for people. Just didn't feel like it's a great market to mint in, so I hesitated putting whitelist in front of people, and then I did it, yesterday. So my mind was changed since they initially had reached out. All right, here's Luca talking price predictions of Pudgy Penguins. I got to think about that, Draco. I got to think about that. It's not even normies I'm picturing. It's the guys in suits. Right? It's marketing. It's to me it resonates with those people. Like, they understand it a little different. They understand how they got to market it. It's then on them to take that idea of consumer crypto and market it and actually make it cool. But as far as that's the narrative we're running with and describing how this space has evolved and how it's different, consumer crypto to me works. It just works. It's talking about like a more sophisticated, easier to use crypto experience. To me, that's what it sums up. And again, that's the message for like builders, for other, not projects, but businesses in Web 2. It's how you attract them. Because right now they want to stay far away from crypto. That's my belief. I think they do. And now it's like you're selling them on the idea, no, we get why. I get it. It's all scammy. It's all nasty shit here. But this is different. This is consumer crypto, right? It's like selling that. And I agree. Actually, yes, absolutely agree there too. Solana's killing it. I'm so shocked. I'm so upset with myself for not seeing it. I didn't see it. Not early enough. I see it plain as fucking day now. But I think Luca's the one, for whatever reason, Luca's the one that just, he's not even cool. I was going to say is cool enough to drive that narrative. I don't know that Luca's cool. I think he's cool as shit, but he said, the Pudgy Penguins will be the face of NFTs, and they are mostly that now. I feel like he's going to become the face of consumer crypto. It's really his drive. It's his drive that does that. He's a different dude. All right, let's check out this clip. I don't know if we'll do the whole 2 minutes, but let's give it a go. Here's him talking about floor price predictions. Love it.
Wasabi. So people don't know this, but I actually believe there'll be multiple projects that hit 100 ETH floor from a PFP perspective this cycle. And I think there'll be one or two, I'm betting on myself, to go to 200 plus. And the reason why is because of the unlocks of leverage in NFTs. So
okay, right off the bat, when he says this cycle, I am itching to know his thoughts on a cycle. This is why I want to get him on here. I definitely would want Luca to talk about his stuff. But dude, they go on all these shows and they talk about his stuff, his products, and I don't know if he'd want to waste time going on a show and not talking about that stuff. So again, I'd want him to talk. I want to hear Luca's thoughts on everything else. Like, I want a day of news, like we normally have, right? I big events happening in crypto, other project updates, and I want to hear Luca's take on all of them. Not as Luca, the Pudgy Penguins founder per se, but as Luca, the degen or trader and all that, and he's got to inject his experience with Pudgy Penguins into that. I want to hear his perspective on it all. Kind of like we do with the afternoon show. It's we're reacting to the news and what's happening in this space from people who have worked in the space for a while. I want to hear him doing that too. I would love to hear his thoughts. So anyway, random point. So, well, actually, the point there was I want to hear his thoughts on the cycle. Where are we at in the cycle? How long does the cycle go on? Where does he see the peak of the cycle? If he's saying Pudgy Penguin's 200 ETH this cycle. And also, I think to some degree, to a large degree, you should probably believe this man. Like, don't forget how much inside knowledge he has about the kind of liquidity out there. When he talks about platforms like Wasabi, like leverage trading, I think he knows the type of money that is in that ecosystem and the type of money that is going to come into that ecosystem. This is not some wild prediction on his part, although it sounds wild, 200 ETH Pudgy Penguins. This is it's a pretty educated bet, I would say.
So I made a tweet that basically said 2017 to 2020 coins are akin to 2021 NFTs to 2024 NFTs. And the point that I was really trying to make was study leverage, right? 2020's run was initially kickstarted by DeFi Summer, which was the unlock of leverage, right? True on-chain leverage. Obviously, you had perps on Binance, but, you know, I think the ability to like take huge loans and collateral against a lot of people's positions is ultimately why we blew up, but ultimately why we ran in the first place. I think NFTs are going to see the same thing.
And by the way, Pudgy Penguins running to 200 ETH does not mean their value should be worth 200 ETH, right? It doesn't mean that, but crazy stuff happens when people think there's money to make. And if you see a project, even at 10 ETH, 20 ETH, 30 ETH, if you see it 2x in a week, those guys with big money are going to go chase that. Those guys who probably shouldn't be spending that kind of money, they're also going to chase that. People will chase and chase and chase till it's very clear that that is over, that you can't, that you're wrecked. Kind of like, I'll go back to this, kind of like this. Everybody chased these celeb meme coins at first. By everybody, probably not a lot of us, but most people out there, I can't even say most, a lot of people. It's all it takes is a lot of people. We're chasing all of these. And I think they're not now because it's clear this is pretty fucking over for now. But the same thing will happen when these NFT collections run back to like multiple collections, 10 plus ETH, but some of them 50 plus, and then some rare ones like Pudgy's running to 200. People will chase it if they think, okay, I know I got to get out. I know this is a pump, but I can play this. I can do it. I can 2x my investment here. They will do it. If they see that it works, it will keep happening until it's clear it will not happen anymore. It's going to happen, though. Okay. Where'd you go, Luca? There we go.
If you understand how traditional finance works, traditional finance is completely ran on margin and leverage, right? Like that is how this money sloshes around and why the ETF is so big. NFTs are going to have ridiculously violent moves once we start catching a bid. It's going to be violent to the upside and to the downside. Just be ready for it. It's going to be volatile. And so actually, I'm glad for this little dip in volatility that we got because it's going to get crazy out there. It's going to get crazy. I'm certain of it because of this unlock. And that, I think, is going to drive prices so much higher than anybody can possibly imagine because just study what leverage does in markets. And so Wasabi is a company that, you know, basically is mastered at, actually being able to leverage those things, add leverage to NFT.
It's Draco. I mean, it's a great question because it sounds fucking nuts, but it's people trading with money they don't have. I've never traded. Oh, no, I take this back. I was going to say I've never traded leverage. I have once, and I didn't understand it. I'm not going to tell you I understand it now. I don't have enough exposure to it. I don't have enough experience in it. But man, oh man, I did it once. Had no idea how it worked. I think I pulled a slider all the way. You know what? Like I saw some option for maximum gains. I didn't understand you get liquidated, right? Price falls below a certain number and boom, gone. Your whole investment fucking gone. I got wrecked. It wasn't some like astonishing number. I think I put like an ETH into something over on, I want to say it was Optimism. Or do you guys remember there was a whole like, I feel like it was something in the treasure ecosystem. There was a token called MIM. And again, I didn't understand it. My brother was trying to explain it to me. I think we sold a baby Kong to get into it at like 15 ETH, 17 ETH. I don't remember how much of that he put in. But he's like, no, dude. You buy this token. And then the longer you have it in there, you earn this token. Then you take this token and you swap it for that one. And then you let it sit in the... And I did that. And I just set it to max. And then I go check it. Whether it's a few hours later or the next morning and I look and there's nothing there. I'm like, oh, my wallet's not connected, or I'm on the wrong site, or I'm on the wrong wallet, and I'm just I can't find my money anywhere. And then I'm looking, I'm like, no, this is the right one. And because I see some activity, I'm like, oh, it's fucking gone. What happened? I have no fucking concept of what it is. But yeah, it's leverage trading. It's not real. So that 200 ETH, I want to make it clear. If Pudgy Penguins hit 200 ETH, they're not worth realistically 200 ETH. And when we hit a bear market, probably come crumbling back down or falling back down. I think Pudgies will be worth a lot. And I actually think, I don't know how realistic this is, but I think, or I hope, or I'm guessing that maybe Luca's going for the ownership play, kind of, right? Thinking of like Wrecked Guys and the Plague. I don't know the legality of that still, but if Pudgy Penguins end up becoming owners in the Pudgy Penguins brand, in Abstract, in Overpass IP, if those Pudgy Penguins end up getting you stocks, and a big chunk of stocks, that to me is where they could become actually worth 200 ETH, and I mean actually worth that. And I'm thinking, that's in my head right now, until I understand why it's not possible. I'm operating as if that's what Luke is doing in the long run. Right? Luca is stuck to the things that we thought from the beginning. When we got in NFTs, we're like, NFTs can do this? Oh my God, that's so cool. It's a new cool way of doing shit. It makes sense. Luca's stuck to all those principles because I think that at their core, I think they work. Again, legally, if it's kosher, if it works, I think he'll do it. IP, one of those early things we thought made sense, that we believed in. He's going for a big IP play here. So I do think he's going to go brand ownership with them. Yeah. Create a consumer brand, raise crazy valuation for L2, which he is saying he is aiming to make that the biggest L2 in the world. I have no reason to doubt Luke at this point. Speculate on Pudgy. Airdrop was so fucking interesting. And it's so smart. This was mentioned somewhere, whether it was this interview or the FOMO Hour interview or random thread. But people speculate, not even speculating, talking about how gigabrained it was. And I don't know if it's planned or by accident here, but the fact that he's going to end up delivering a token to Pudgy Penguins that ultimately comes from Abstract or Frame. So they have a token, but it's not a Pudgy Penguin token, so they don't get in trouble for Pudgy Penguins offering a token. Now, owned by Igloo Inc., maybe that's different. I don't know, but it does seem like surface level. Seems really fucking clever and interesting that the Pudgies are going to get their token, but it's coming from this other, brand company. It's interesting. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, people talking now about Pudgies, little Pudgies are going to close that gap. And I think that's true too. It makes a ton of sense. Kind of like in Bored Apes, mutants always held like a ratio, like a floor price in relation to the big boys, the Bored Apes. Little Pudgies always did the same with big Pudgies, but the more expensive big Pudgies get, in theory, we'll see if in practice, and I think this will be the case, that percentage will actually decrease, I think, because little Pudgies are your cheapest exposure to that ecosystem. Not thinking about, those ROGs or rods right now, like forgetting those. And there'll be way cheaper entries. I think that's the point of the L2. Like, I think Pudgy Penguins, just a guess, and he might have talked about it here, but I think Pudgy Penguins stay on Ethereum, and they are the most premium asset in the Pudgy's ecosystem. And the L2 is going to be populated with dirt fucking cheap NFTs. Mass produced, right? Those are the everybody NFTs. Like, I think, I always show these, right? But I think when you get your toy, you get your Pudgy toy, you scan your QR code, you actually get an NFT, right? Their traits right now, I don't know if your penguin in the Pudgy world ecosystem is an NFT, but I think that's what it's going to turn into. The L2 is where all those cheapo 5 cent, 10 cent, couple dollar traits, that's where that's all going to live. And so they're going to build this massive ecosystem, again, of very fucking affordable NFTs, and they will hook people. People will love it. But that's going to all live on the L2, and again, I think Pudgy Penguins stay on ETH. It's I think Luca's onto something really cool, really ambitious, and I think he's going to nail it.
Tease, whether through call options and other things, longs and shorts, and I think things are going to get really explosive.
Yeah, I believe that's true.
Obviously, G-Monad, we like Monad, so
I think he's schooling Gary Vee a little bit in this. I do. That's wild. But yeah, I wonder why that is, because I think VFriends had an opportunity for that play too. But what is it about Luca? Is it because, I mean, Gary's attention is split across so many things, right? Luca is like, I think, solely focused in this ecosystem. So Marco, that's always the concern, but I think as long as it feels like a different product and it's always like the big Pudgies are on this pedestal, they are always the top dog, cream of the crop. They don't even live on the same chain, and that's why I think it's important you keep them separated. You keep all this other stuff over in the L2 and you make it very clear. You make it very clear what that separation is. I think that could work. I do. You do have that concern about that dilution. But if you keep it very separate and the Pudgies are the ones that get you, the airdrops, they get you the ownership of the company. But the company, the brand, what you're owning is that smaller, the cheaper NFTs. You own that world. You own that ecosystem in a way. It's pretty fucking interesting.
Do you think they're putting on?
I want to clarify. I still haven't heard. I have not listened to this interview. I don't know what the actual game plan is. This is what I've already this is what I'm taking from the clips I've heard. But it's really interesting.
Masterclass, really inspired from a protocol perspective and from a chain perspective, how in tune they are with culture and community. Keon's taught me a lot of things the last couple of months, and I look forward to implementing.
Interesting. Okay, testnet for Abstract Chain maybe coming next week, fam. Now, that was mentioned on the FOMO Hour podcast. That was mentioned there. I think that was just yesterday, day before. But next week, Abstract testnet may be live. I don't know if that means we can go fuck around on that. I don't know if they've got some builders already lined up who are going to be playing with their product over there. And I think they're going to attract people. Luca Nets is a big, big draw. Those creator fees are going to be enforced at the blockchain level. I think that's a safe bet. They were going to be on Frame. I expect that to be the case here on Abstract. It's going to be very, very appealing for new builders, for new games, new projects who just want their shit traded, and they want to earn little fees on it all. So then what happens if Abstract starts bringing over a platform like, this might sound funny, like directly competing ideas, but a platform like Blur, but that does have creator fees baked in? I wonder if it could work. And it can work. I'll tell you this. If fees like transaction fees are cheap enough, I think it can work with very cheap NFTs. I'm talking these NFTs that are worth 50 cents or $1. It's a genuine question. Can you get very, very high volume out of those? Let's go dollar NFTs. Can you get high volume out of a huge supply collection? This is what I told Henry a while too, like years ago. The way I see this all going is massive supply collections, massive. I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of NFTs, if not more, and traded in bulk, traded in volume. Can that work with creator fees in those too? We're talking just a couple pennies made off each trade. But will that add up? Do we have enough people, enough traders, enough farmers to actually make that a reality? It may be. I don't know yet. And I say I don't know because truthfully, we still don't really know how many people are here. We don't. As often as I look at the numbers and I go over unique buyers, unique sellers, we still don't know how much of this is real. No fucking idea. We don't know how many of this is people with multiple wallets and fudging trades and just gaming systems. We have no clue. None. So I don't know. When I say, can this ecosystem support that kind of trading? I don't know. I hope it can. It would be really fun if it can. But I don't know. I think our best bet, though, to getting people in here to trade like that, I think it's through Pudgy Penguins. It is the most accessible brand. It is the most forward-facing brand. It is the most affordable brand, really. Like somebody wants to get in the Bored Ape ecosystem, how do they get in? Like I'm talking to Normie who hears about it and they want to get in. How do they get in? A mutant ape? Right? Like they could go look at the proof stuff. They don't know that exists, though. They don't really know that's Yuga Labs. So like directly into the Yuga ecosystem, it's the Kennel Club, it's the mutants, it's the Bored Apes. They're still going to be spending a lot of fucking money to get in. And the flip side is now you could go buy the little toys and get yourself like a penguin NFT and go play in their Pudgy World game. And whatever you can end up doing there, man, like they get in. They start trading for traits. They like a hat somebody else has. They get it for 50 cents or $1 or $5, whatever it is. And then you start building experiences around that. The toys are cool, dude. I got them all over my desk. I ordered the I'll show you. I ordered the squishy thing, like the stress one. It looks squishier than most of the other ones, dude. So I bought one. I can't wait to get it. Hang on, let's pull it up. But so separately, I saw a comment that, and I hope I can find where it came from and get the context around it. But talking about this L2 like it's an amusement park, right? That you're gonna pay some kind of fee for entry into the park. I'm trying to think of how that actually works. If you're gonna pay maybe like a month pass to access Pudgy World, but then what would Pudgy World be that has anybody even coming back? Like, no idea. Well, okay, hey, thinking about those live game, kind of services, people pay a monthly fee for those. Pudgy Penguins, I don't know if it's going to be that kind of game. I don't know. There's a whole, I hate to say I don't know so much, but man, we don't know. A lot of this is fucking new. To a degree. It's a Web3 twist on stuff that does already exist, but can it work? I think that's what we don't know. Can it work in this space? Do we have enough people? All that stuff. Still don't know. Yeah, I bought one of these this morning. I didn't know these were out yet. It's the stretchy that got me. I saw a video with somebody takes it and like spikes it on the floor and he just like plops on the ground. I'm like, oh my God, I need that. Yeah, but ordered this. This will come tomorrow. He's stretchy. That's what I needed. These are cool. They're really fucking cool. Tell you what, my kids genuinely like these. They really do. And they're not, my kids ain't little anymore. My kids are 12. Man, at this point, my youngest are 12 and 13. My oldest doesn't give a shit. He's 17. He's interested in crypto. He wants to make money, but he doesn't give a shit about, NFT stuff. My girls, though, they actually like the toys. Especially a year ago, they liked them a little more. They're just at that age where maybe they don't care. They don't think they're cringe, I'll tell you that. They don't think they're cringe at all. So, man, Luca. Best thing we got in this space right now, I'll tell you that. Now, I'd like to see where this came from. I don't know if this is like an alpha group or something. Actually, let's peek at Little Pudgy's floor prices. Oh, they're over in ETH now. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, there's probably, I'll say was, but there probably still is a really good opportunity in Lil's. In fact, when I had one before it got stolen, it was like around this price. It's not the worst idea to get into a Lil at 1 ETH, to be honest. In fact, shit. I mean, Mutan's at 1.8. Not going to be shocked at fucking all to see a 2x in Lil's in like 24 hours, 48 hours this week. Like, won't be shocked at all. Not at all, man. Not at fucking all. God damn it, now I want one. Yeah, no part of me would be surprised about that. Dude, I'm about to get myself to FOMO into one of these bad boys. Man. No, I'm pretty well fucking tapped out. I don't want to sell any dog. I don't want to sell anything I have of mine right now. Like nothing, so I don't think I'll be making any trades. But again, not opposed because I think these guys are going to cook. If NFTs are really back, if this cycle is really starting to come on, like if we're starting to turn up the heat a little bit, hard to time this shit, really is. But with that said, why don't we peek? Damn, this hour flew. Yeah, dude, I give myself FOMO all the time. It's awful. I hate it. And usually there's a lesson there. When you feel that, you don't trade on that feeling. Even if you're going to miss. When you feel that, this is something I taught myself. When you feel this feeling of, I'm going to miss it, even if you're going to miss it, you don't trade on that feeling. You only trade when you're not feeling anything. So I'm feeling FOMO right now. May make me miss Lil Pudgy's, but sticking to that criteria, right? Sticking to that's probably better for me. It'll help me not lose money on other trades. So I'll probably be ahead if I just stick to that. Wow, Solana floor prices down big in the past 24 hours. And dude, are we just cycling back and forth between ETH NFTs and Solana NFTs? Is that what's happening? Is it the same? At this point, is it the same traders across both? It probably is. It used to be it was very sectioned off, right? You had your Solana guys. They didn't touch ETH stuff. The ETH guys didn't touch Solana stuff. I think that's gone. I think it's gone. I think everybody trades everywhere now. Mostly, right? There's a percent that doesn't out of like laziness. I'm like that. I trade basically nothing on Solana. But I think at this point, it's just back and forth and back and forth. So let's watch this. Let's watch for when ETH inevitably flattens out or comes down. Do we see Solana go up? I'm really curious if there's really savvy dudes who are just doing the back and forth between chains. Wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, DeYank. I think you're right. And Bitcoin stuff taking a hit here too. Getting spicier. Again, Puppet's around 0.1. It's almost too spicy to miss at that point. Node Monks, I'm still shocked they fell below 0.2, to be honest. Pretty shocked about that. I still think these guys are top tier. So are Quantum Cats. Hope you guys got your quests in. Mission 5, that was due by this morning, actually. So I hope you guys did that quest. Even if you're not a Quantum Cats holder, you should do those quests. Definitely worthwhile. OMB, guys, Luca in that interview said OMB is his favorite Bitcoin project. He said the two projects he's most bullish on. It is... I'm trying to remember the second one. I'm trying to remember the other collection. I can't remember if he talked about themselves. I feel like it was another ETH project. It was another builder, but it was that project, and then it was OMB. So super interesting. Again, a guy I listen to almost without questioning. That's good and it's bad. But I listen to Luca. Yeah, I can't wait to check out that interview. I really can't wait. I'm looking real quick for any last-minute clips of Luca. And I'm not going to get to my other topic I wanted to get to today, which, maybe we'll do this in the afternoon show. Maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. Oh, and a heads up. Thursday, 4th of July, definitely no afternoon show, okay? No afternoon show with Joe and Henry. I'll be doing the morning show almost definitely. Like my morning show over on Inside NFTs and this show, Chain Reactor, almost 100%. Almost 100%. But the afternoon show, I would do it, but I don't think the guys will be here for it. They're normal people, so they're gonna take the day off. And honestly, that show is not my show. It is our show. Without them, it's not a show. So no afternoon show Thursday. So just a heads up about that. But yeah, this topic, dude, these prediction markets, I am in love with Polymarket, dude. In love. It's the coolest fucking platform. They did $100 million. $1 billion. Jesus, that'll happen, by the way. They'll do $1 billion in volume. They did $100 million in last month, in June. $100 million bucks, and just ramping up. That is a big piece of the future of social media. This online ecosystem just is like gamify and financialize everything. Just like I think Fantasy Top, I really believe that is a forever thing. Even if it's not that platform, that idea of gamifying tweets, like of course we've seen it with other platforms, Reach, all kinds of stuff, gamifying tweets, but making it more of a fun game, the PvP, the head-to-head stuff, awesome shit. And part of that is the predictions market. Part of that is community notes, and I bet you community notes gets gamified too when X becomes a payment platform. Whether it's tips for top voted community notes for the first accurate community, something. There's something to this. It's gamifying and financializing all of it. But Vitalik, loving it. I agree. 2 flagship social epistemic. I don't even know what that word means. Epistemic. You're dealing with a caveman here, right? Oh, Drew, I didn't see it. Ah, cool. Yeah, Drew, I didn't see, man. Hang on. Oh, by the way, why Pudgies will hit 200? There'll be multiple hundred. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Traditional finance is completely ran on margin off leverage. Oh, okay. It's just quotes from that interview. Drew, why don't I see that, man? All right, hang on. Let me give it a quick second here, see if I can find that. I'll probably have to look after. I have no... My shit's a mess. Anyway, yeah, I'll dig for that afterwards. God damn it. I didn't know NFL was still doing NFTs, by the way. Oh, thank you, Drew. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I didn't know NFL was still doing NFTs at all. On Polygon especially, I thought they had kind of moved over to Flow or something, but yeah, they still are. Which is pretty cool to hear. I'll show that tomorrow. All right, I'm going to wrap it here, though. Got to get to that newsletter. Going to write... Well, I think there's one thing to talk about here. For sure, Blast and Blur. Right? That was our big story last week. Probably, little Solana stuff, but I think I'm going to do more like kind of surface level, like where are we at, like a state of the NFT market. Given that we're now 6 months through the year, right? Halfway through. We got some good data to look at. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at how the NFT market is performing. Has not met my expectations, but it's not terrible. I'll tell you this. I am... Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Profits in the negative this month. I was curious how we were looking. Yeah, I'm not so sure we get the run I was expecting this year. I think it's next year, but honestly, I'm not going to be shocked if it's a whole cycle away. Because I don't think as low, as bad as NFTs got in the fall, I don't think we ever got to true zero. Well, I don't think we did. It's possible we never will. It's possible these cycles come back often enough that we always bounce back without really ever finding a true floor, a true bottom for the NFT market. I don't know. I'm still thinking through this, but it's not going to shock me if we, again, get no NFT bounce this year. None. Or if it's, it's like last year, it doesn't happen until much later this year. I don't know. It's a really weird time in this market. My gut tells me it's going to cook. Here's what it comes down to. And it's why I'm literally convincing myself of things live. But none of this bounces back until Bitcoin hits an all-time high. The only thing that matters is Bitcoin. That's it. And if I don't believe Bitcoin hits an all-time high, then NFTs aren't coming back this year or this cycle even. But if Bitcoin is going to find a new all-time high, 100,000 plus, 120, the higher it goes, the better for sure. But if I believe that Bitcoin's going to find that all-time high up in the six figures, then NFTs are coming back. Definitely are. So I'm still in the camp. I believe Bitcoin's going to find that all-time high this year. I think the presidential election is so consequential. I do. And I think that's going to drive quite a bit of this. There's more to it. We got plenty of time, days, weeks, months ahead to chat through it all. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in, hanging out, chatting, diving into the Pudgy Penguins, the new kings of NFTs. So we'll do more afternoon show. Again, hopefully a lot of alien talk. I hope. We don't stay on topic well. So we'll see. We'll do our best. I bet it doesn't, Drew. So 0.00001, something like that. Yeah. But anyway, appreciate the hell out of you guys. Hope your afternoon's awesome. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, right back here with Redacted AF. Guys, we'll see ya.